Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. Today, we will be talking about failed relationships. No, just kidding. Today, we will be talking about being in a relationship with a narcissist, emotional abuse, and also the cycle of that emotional abuse. So there's four terms that you'll hear. There is love bombing, devaluing, discarding, and then there's hoovering. This topic is relatively fresh. I was recently in a relationship with somebody who exhibits narcissistic qualities. It didn't take me long to figure out that, well, clearly this relationship and this person is not for me. So as some of you who have seen my previous videos may know, I have been going through a healing journey, and this healing journey came in really handy when dealing with this person. If anyone has no idea what a narcissist is someone who is all about self. They're very manipulative. So they have no inner sense of value. All their value comes from external sources, which gives them what they call narcissistic supply. They'll attach to people that have something that they want. In my case, he was interested in me because apparently, I make him look good. Well, not apparently, I do. So narcissists, they like to control the world around them and how everyone sees them. At the end of the day, they want you to see how wonderful and amazing they are and don't want to be exposed for their real selves. Narcissists are master manipulators. Master manipulators. They didn't just learn how to do these things. They've been working on it their entire lives. They're like vampires. They will suck you dry and make you feel so drained. For me, every day dealing with this person, every time I would talk to them, I would just leave drained, annoyed, and confused. Love bombing. Love bombing is when they overwhelm you with compliments and then they come on super strong. In the beginning, they'll tell you how perfect you are, how beautiful you are, how you guys are soulmates and everything else. And I cannot count how many times I heard that I was this person's soulmate. Oh my God, such a terrible time. I'm so glad I learned this lesson quick and fast. So in the love bombing phase, what that looks like is a massive amount of compliments, lavishing you with gifts, and also bombarding you with text messages and calls. So what the narcissist will do is try to set themselves up to appear to be perfect for you, and that's what this guy did. So narcissists will put the relationship on a fast track. They'll start talking about marriage, cohabitation, planning for the future, and meeting friends and family within the first few weeks. They'll basically try to enmesh into your life before you get a chance to really figure out who they are. So narcissists will want to know everything about you. They want all your attention and may present themselves as victimized. I know with this particular person, he was in a bunch of these relationships and they all didn't go over too well, and he was never at fault for anything. He was always the victim. Narcissists will make it seem like it's okay for everything to move so fast. They'll make it seem like it's okay for everything to move so quickly because you're soulmates. Yeah, that was definitely what happened to me. All I heard was about how we were just so perfect for each other, how I was so perfect, how we're soulmates, how he can't see life without me. And a lot of these conversations had happened prior to us even getting together. At this point in life, I have nothing to lose, so I can try to see what he's all about and see what this will look like. And I found out very quickly exactly what was going on. So then we get into devaluing. So in the devaluing phase, they will try to make you question your sanity and gaslight you. They will play on your emotions. They'll push things back on you like you hurt them and deflect your messaging. This person told me, in previous relationships, he would just disappear for days, weeks, and not say anything to the person he was in a relationship with. And how would I handle that? So my response was, if you are dating me and you disappear, clearly you want me to find a new boyfriend or whatever. And he got really upset about that. The way he responded was oh, so you just have a person lined up. No, I don't have a person lined up. But time waits for nobody. If you are not communicating with me, we are not in a relationship, sir. What are we doing? He was really upset about that, was acting all hurt and down and I can't believe you would say something to me like that. Don't joke like that. But he could joke with me all day. They will label and ridicule you. I don't know how many times I heard that, I couldn't take a joke, especially when he was doing things that was very triggering. It was okay for him to joke and laugh, but if I joked and laughed in my way, our sense of humor was not the same at all. I would get annoyed and shut down and not speak. Because I had already given him the warning, this is what's going to happen when you do this. And he didn't care. He would continue to do it. They'll ignore you. Initially, when we had started talking, there was nobody that could interfere with him talking to me. He would leave the room when people came around so he could focus all his attention on me. when we got into this relationship, entanglement, situationship, the conversation started to change. We would be talking on the phone. He would have side conversations with people that, were in the room, or put me on mute for a long time. And I'd be like, listen, I'm not doing this with you. If you want to talk to other people in the room, just call me back. Just text me. Like, you don't have to have me hanging on the phone. But he wanted to control my time and know every move, and wanted to, I guess, feel super important. I don't know. Then also there was a time we were like video chatting, and he started a completely new video chat conversation with somebody else. And so I hung up, and he was like, are you upset with me because I was talking to my friend? No, I'm not upset that you have friends. Having to explain these things just was beyond me. There will be broken or empty promises. There were times where he said he would do stuff that he didn't do or had no intention on doing. They'll show you that they don't care enough about you to do the things that they said that they were going to do. So discarding is towards the end of the relationship. It could either be you ending the relationship or the narcissist. So I decided I didn't want to be with this person. But no matter how the relationship ends, the narcissist will always make it out to be your fault. With a narcissist, it's either you're with them or you're against them. Either you're providing the adulation or they have no use for you. You have no value. Narcissists have the most fragile egos. Things you can see in the discard phase is like a smear campaign after the breakup, which was very interesting. There were posts online that seemed subliminal, but I actually didn't pay them any mind because at this point, I did not care. So it was all a show. I personally feel like we kind of jumped into things quick because of all the love bombing. I just couldn't take it. It was too much. I didn't know if we were that compatible because I found out that he was mirroring a lot of the stuff that I was saying. So is this authentically you, or are you just Mr. Me Too for the sake of wanting to be with somebody that gets the attention that you don't? I don't know. Because I knew what I wanted in a relationship, I figured him out fairly quickly. I felt like I was kind of manipulating the manipulator by saying, let's just work on being friends, take a step back. But he didn't like that. He actually said to me, I can't go from saying I love you to you're the homie. And I was like, well, that's not my fault. You were the one that took it that far. After that, when the communication dropped off, he ghosted me. But basically what happened here was that he flipped it to make it seem like it was my fault, that I was responsible, and that, he again was the victim, and, can use that when he moves on, if he moves on or had already moved on to somebody else. Narcissists, they won't completely leave unless they have somebody lined up. So I don't know if he went back to his ex. I don't care. She could have it, but that's what happened. And I noticed that with me, how it was convenient that when we first had reconnected, he was in a relationship, and shortly thereafter he was single again and free and wanted to be with me. I was the next person that he had lined up. The relationship was strenuous work. The communication was off. We didn't share the same values, and we just didn't click. After spending more time with them in person rather than just having a bunch of phone conversations, I realized this just isn't it. That's a part of dating, is figuring out who works for you and who doesn't. Working on the relationship wasn't a priority. He would much rather just be hanging out and kicking it. And it was what am I here for? If you want to act single, leave me out of it. I'm perfectly fine being alone. You were just so interested in having to have me, so I gave you the chance and found out that was a mistake. Hoovering is love bombing during the discarding phase to kind of get control back over you. You get caught up in the cycle of love bombing, devaluing, love bombing, discarding, love bombing. That is an emotionally abusive relationship. These things that happen in a relationship with a narcissist, they don't happen sequentially, where it's you start with the love bombing, then you move into the devaluing, then you move into the discarding. You can be devaluing and love bombing, you can be discarding and love bombing, you can be discarding and devaluing. You can, it's a combination. The cycle causes you to anticipate the love bombing phase, which is something that you'll end up kind of looking forward to, because your brain will release dopamines and it'll cause you to become addicted to this person. So dopamines are hormones and a neurotransmitter that plays an important role in the body and in the brain. Normally, when you do something and feel a sense of being rewarded, that's dopamines being released. It happens sometimes in social media where you'll post a picture, you'll get a lot of comments and likes and maybe shares, and that feeling that you get is a dopamine hit. It's excitement. That's the kind of thing that will happen to you in a relationship with a narcissist, and you're looking forward to the love bombing phase. And becoming addicted to that person. Women, for the most part, allow their emotions to take over, and they overlook all the red flags, and they're not able to see when someone is projecting their fantasy onto them. So the healthy way to date is to get emotionally invested, but not to let it go so far that logic just goes out the window. So the only way to protect yourself is to go no contact or to have hard boundaries for this person. But just know this person is not going to change. You cannot change them. If this video has helped you, you learned something about yourself, or maybe someone that is a close friend, family member, and they could probably benefit from this kind of information, please like, comment, and share. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you guys have any feedback, any comments on this topic, or want to learn a little more, want me to delve into a little bit more of my experience, please say so. I'd be more than happy to create another video giving more of the details of the relationship. I tried to keep this one short. See you guys in my next video.